Alright guys, we're heading to the first homeless shelter on my skin. And yeah, I'm quite early, but I'm just hoping this is one and done. I prayed, hoped, and I hope that he'll just provide me some type of shelter. We'll just go from there. So I just wasted about 10 minutes trying to look for this first place. I don't think it's like no longer in service or something like that. And it's sad because the reviews are really good. This is like the empty lot of where it once was. I was just over there, and I was walking over there, and I asked this guy. I was like, "Hey, is this do you know where what is it called? Shared housing community?" And I said, right when I said shelter, like his face changed, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so scared" type stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys. Today has been a day. No, yesterday was a day starting out. And the fact that I got woken up by the police like that at 1 a.m. and bothered by them until 5 a.m. I'm so done with today. I'm just hoping that God blesses me with somewhere to go. I think I deserve it. I really do. I really, really do. So I'm just gonna have faith and keep trying till I get into somewhere, because this is ridiculous. I probably should have did like this part earlier. I noticed like I tend to get like stuck in things like being at the airport. I could have been just like going to these places. Like not having a car is just kind of like I was trying to figure it out, trying to probably get a job first, but I should have probably started there first. But it is what it is. It's the experience. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying stuff and hoping God blesses it. But I think I deserve it. So hopefully. So when I get to the second place, I find out that that's the wrong address. It's on a piece of paper. It's outdated. So they send me off to the second address. And what really just like was annoying me is like I'm sitting here with all my stuff. When I go to the first address or the second address, I'm walking around with all my stuff, and people clearly see. Apparently, there was like a camp right next to the place that the second shelter used to be, and it was like something else new too. It was, instead of a regular homeless shelter, it was like a shelter for people going through domestic violence, and it was right next to a place where were doing camp, and they were letting the camp kids in as I was walking up, and three camp counselors was out there standing, and so the door where the door was weird, and it was locked off and things like that, so it was hard to get into. So I there was a door on one side of the people, and there was a door on the other side of people. And so I walk up to the first door. I'm like, okay, that must not be it because it's locked. And as I'm walking to the next door, they're just like literally watching me. What place is next to you because you work here, you come here, you pass up, you hear stuff. You know where I'm supposed to be going based on what I got in my hand. So why are you just literally watching me rather than helping me out? And then so I was saying that I was saying it loud enough to where they could hear it. And I ain't gonna lie, I was real irritated because I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot the day before that, and I was going through a lot right then and there. Like, and y'all were just sitting here just watching me. And so they overhear me, and they still don't say nothing until like I'm walking back past them, and I'm like, do you guys know where this place is? And they're like, oh, I don't know. And then one of the guy in the group, he was just like, just so you know, we don't know where that place is either. We do the camp. So I just ignore him and just keep walking. Right after that, for some reason, a person from the white somebody at the head of the place for the camp calls over the little intercom for the little door, and she starts speaking to me, and she's like, okay, well, that place is not here, they moved to the new address. And I'm like, all right, cool, thank you. She still lets me in. I go in, and that's how I figure out that it's for a abuse center. I was like, okay, well, they can help me. So I left there, walked all the way to the next stop for the bus so I could catch the next bus to the other place. So when I get there, they're just opening, and this is what happened at the next place. All right, you guys, so I've been to, first place was nothing. The second place I went to, it had transferred to another address. So when I went to the address, I guess like transitional homes, she told me that you have to be in a shelter first. so she wasn't able to help me. But she said that she was like the owner or part owner or the head of that location or something like that. She actually kept talking to me, like seeking to help me. It broke me down because like nobody has seeked to try to help me. Everybody's like looked down on me, tried to act like I was like less than nothing. Like it's like you go homeless, like you guys, you can have such good job experience, such a good experience in like your past homes, and you slip up and you go homeless for like a certain period of time. People act like you just are a nuisance, like there's something so wrong with you guys, even if it's for a short amount of time. And so it was like nice that she was actually kind of helping me. What bothered me was that like, so I got there when they first opened, so everybody was just pulling up when I got there, and every one of her coworkers that pulled up asked her, like they like asked her in like such a critical way, are you okay, is everything okay, like looking at her like I was just like a nuisance, like I was about to do the worst thing to her or whatever. And I'm just like, y'all are a company that works with homeless people, why are you doing the most right now? And so like every one of them came up and asked her if she was okay in the most extreme way, and she just like said yes every time. None of them looked at me and asked me if I was okay. I was sitting there crying. None of them looked at me, none of them asked me if I was okay. They all just looked at her like I was bothering her. And I'm just like, you really see people's true colors in this. Like people are really disgusting, like legit disgusting, with the way that they treat people and the way that they just don't care about nobody else, bro. Like legit. So she was like saying to me at first, because like I gave her my list and she was like calling everybody on my list, because I was like, I'm tired. And so as she was calling everybody, she was like, I'm gonna try to find something and I'll take you over there myself. Then as everybody's coming in asking her if she's okay, like after the third person asked her, she was like, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna take you up over there. And I was just like, you know what, whatever, just you sitting there being kind to me was enough. And then so after she finally got somebody to answer the phone and said they actually had availability, she went into the establishment and they have it like on lockdown to where like not just anybody can walk in. And I'm just like, what do y'all be doing up in here to people? Because why is it on lockdown like that? And like y'all are supposed to be helping the homeless, but like y'all are acting like y'all hate the homeless. She looked like she was instructed like, you're helping too much, you're doing too much, like she could be crazy or something. That's how she treated me when she came back out. And then like she told one girl, like it was like a front desk girl that opens the door for everybody, I'm pretty sure it's just the receptionist. She told her to bring me some water and stuff. The girl took forever to bring the water. Like this is what she brought me. She took like forever to bring it. After she goes in for a little bit, she was like looking at me with another lady for like a few minutes, like talking about me so I could see them outside the window. And then when she finally came out, she like gave me the water in a coffee cup, and like I went to go grab it, and she like moved her hands to make sure I didn't touch her hand. Oh my gosh. And I'm just like, they don't even understand. Like my last job, I was making way more money than them, and you're sitting here treating me like there's something wrong with me just because I don't have a home address right now. I'm so disgusted with the human race right now. What really proved to me that this woman was just being forced by God to help me, and other than that, the personality is a no, was at the end that she went in and talked to her coworkers and came back out, she was so much less helpful and caring about my situation. Like it's like something just switched, like she just could care less about me after that. She gave me a pen, and she gave me something else. I forgot what she gave me. She gave me something, and she was like, all right, well, I can't take you to the shelter because my boss isn't letting me. But she told me when she first met me that she was the head person there, so I knew she was lying in that instance. And then after she gave me everything that she wanted to give me, what did she give me? Oh, she gave me some bus vouchers, and she was like, all right, go over there to the bus stop, go all the way over there, go. She was like, go. And I was just like, still being very kind and still being very appreciative. I was just looking like, the heck, I was still grateful to her for actually sitting out there and helping me, because she led me to the shelter that I went to after that. Let me rewind. When I'm at the college, I'm like talking to God. And y'all, it's crazy because when I'm talking to God, I read Job today. But when I'm talking to God, I said everything that Job said after God put him through all that stuff, which blew my mind when I read Job today. I was sitting there and I was just like, God, you've been doing this to me my whole life. Like, what is the point? Like, my life has been literally hell. Narcissistic mother, toxic family, toxic friends, toxic boyfriend, long-term boyfriend. Like, what is this? And I'm going into it being as kind as I can and having to deal with these people. Like, what's the point? What's the point of even being here? Like, and I'm like, when it's a whole spill, like, I'd rather be in heaven than deal with this. Like, I see what Paul was talking about, like, dealing with this for the rest of my life for what? I'm just like, for what? And something else I said, I was just like, God, I'm questioning if you're real at this point, because like, why do I just keep going through stuff? Like, you talk about we're your favorites and stuff, and I get what you do, chastise us, but like, I don't feel like nothing good has ever happened. Like, yes, it's a blessing to wake up, but what has happened that's good? And so I was like, God, show me that you're real. Give me some shelter today. And so when I get to the shelter that I'm currently at, I get to the door, and like, they take referrals. So like, if you're referred here by some other organization, you get in right away. But if you're just like a walk-in, it takes a little bit of time. So when I get to the door, I'm like, I was referred here by the lady from the last one, not knowing that that wasn't like a serious referral. It was just like somebody sending me over here. And so the guy's like, "Oh, you're a referral. Okay, cool. What's your name?" He invites me in and puts my name through because he's thinking that I'm a referral. I'm going to get in quick. But then he finds out I wasn't like a referral. He's like, "Oh, you're not referred by an organization. You just were referred over here by another shelter." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, well, you can wait in the waiting room, but you're not going to get in right away." And I was like, "All right, cool." Basically, I'm waiting in the wait room, see if anybody leaves the shelter and frees up a bed for me. And I'm like, well, at least I'm waiting in a place. We'll go from there. I'm thinking in my mind, okay, I can wait in this waiting room until 6 o'clock. Got a restroom. They give you water when you ask for it. The people in here are funny. Like, they keep the energy very light in this place. A lot of black people that are actually funny in there. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm sitting in there. As time is going on, I'm noticing that I'm getting more and more comfortable, able to, like, peek open my shell, because the people are so, the energy was just so peaceful and so good and so nice. And I haven't seen that in I don't know how long. And this is coming from the people that were homeless sitting next to me in these seats, and then the people that are actually working there. Yes, they, have the people that was going off with people and stuff like that, but it was like the most realistic, good vibe that I've seen in a while. So I'm sitting there. I get there like 10 a.m. and I'm sitting there till 6 p.m. And I'm just like, all right, so I have to leave at 6. So when I leave at 6, I'm going to go on the bus and just ride the bus, and then come up here again and see if they got some free beds in the morning. We'll go from there. And I ain't gonna lie, the whole time I was in there, I saw like all the people, all the guys at the security, the people that worked, they were feeling me, and I was just like, whatever. It is what it is. I'll take it. I mean, I'm not dating nobody for no room or nothing like that, or no bed, but I mean, a compliment's a compliment. So comes to the end of the night, and one of the guys is like, "Do you want a bed? Are you trying to get a bed for the night? Are you staying here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am trying to stay here." And I'm thinking that I'm going to get a room inside the facility. So when he says that, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I appreciate that so much." And so he gives me, and he puts my name and a couple other people's name on a list to get a bed for the night. And so when all the managers start closing down, I'm just like, "Wait, I didn't do my little interview to be able to go back to the room." And he was like, "Oh no, you just get like a bed out here in this area. You don't get a room yet, but in the facility area, you get to get a room. I mean, get a bed, and you could sleep in here for the night." And I was like, "What?" And I was just like, "You know what, God, that's you. You provided a shelter over my head. That's all I asked for. Thank you so much." And I'm very much grateful. And I'll show you guys the clips of that too. Yeah. Why is it doing flash? And that was a blessing in itself. And so as I'm sitting there, I'm like, I finish off the night and I'm like, God, thank you for this blessing, but I need to, I need you to work for me some more. I would love to go ahead and get a room in here. Your, your, your children, you would make your children the first instead of the last. Bless me with a room. So the next day, bright and early in the morning, everybody starts coming in. And you know one of the girls, she was asked to leave. She had been waiting there since Monday, but she had been asked to like leave out that night because her name didn't get on the list for some reason. So she came back in the morning and we were talking it up for a bit. I find out she has been waiting since Monday, and other people have been waiting there before me as well. So I'm like, okay, I'll be waiting for a while. I'll sit here and I'm going to wait. That's what I said. I'm going to just sit here and wait on the Lord to bless me. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to go do anything, even though it's cold out here, cold in here at night, and I need a blanket. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to sit here and wait. As soon as the manager comes in, he calls my name first and sets me up in my room, gets me in my room, gets everything set up. God's children are going to be the first, not the last. And yes, guys, I felt a little bad. I felt a little guilty because that girl had been there since Monday. But I could also tell that she was like, she's living in sin, things like that. And you're not following God. I'm sorry that I got his favor on me. And I'm sorry that if that makes people jealous, I feel a little, I'm trying to get over it. But I did feel a little guilty. But it's just like, I have to learn to accept that. I have to learn that I'm favored and things are going to just happen for me because I'm blessed. But yeah, y'all, that's how it went. That was the transition. Smooth and unsmooth, but it is what it is. I'm blessed and it's brought me even closer to God. So yeah. Yeah, I really see why everything is happening to, like why I was in the airport first, because I'm so thankful for this. Why he's not just blessing me straight up with the apartment, because there's like things that I have to gain, certain levels of enlightenment that I have to gain before I get there. But it's going to happen, you guys. Another thing I forgot to say is something else, like when I was at the college, I seen like these birds flying at me, and it was just like basically, and I would hear God in my ear basically saying, this is you, just be just like the bird, get up, fly somewhere else, go make your nest somewhere else, it's time to go. And that happened like 2 times. And also, guys, I wanted to let you know too, like sometimes I be wanting to get these experiences like on camera, but when I try to record, like if it's like a bird or something, right when I'll start trying to record, it'll go away, and then when I stop trying to record, it will like come back. And I feel like that's God telling me like some of this stuff is just for you personally. Don't share everything. Yes, you could talk about it and things like that, but some stuff is just for you, my child. Like everything ain't for everybody.